There's one thing that I've learned in life. I've learned many things. I'm 30 now. You would hope that I learned many things by now. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that hurt people hurt people. Every time somebody's mean, every time somebody hurts you, it's a projection of something that hurts within them. This is one of those situations where it's really hard to realize and step back and think that, okay, this isn't really directed at me. It's because they're hurting. So there's really nothing that I've done and nothing that I can do to change what they've done. Even apologizing for it, especially if it's recurring, the apology doesn't mean anything. They have to realize within themselves that they have to heal their own hurt. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's that they're incapable of showing it and incapable of feeling love for themselves. So it's getting lost in translation. And something is lacking within them, whether it's the self love or other needs in their life that aren't being met. They're missing something and taking it out on the world or the people closest to them. And this also is frequent with critical people too. If you're somebody who really criticizes people a lot, it's because you don't like something within yourself. You know, we're all guilty of going, "Oh, I hate those pants she's wearing," or "Look at that color hair," or, whatever. And I've tried as I got older to be mindful of that. Just because I don't like it, just because it's not my taste, if it makes the person happy and it's not hurting anybody, go for it. Who cares? It's a free country at least. I'm in America. And I want to make it clear that I know that, we're all human beings, but I still haven't within me come to terms that what I've said in this video is also for people like terrorists, rapists, murderers. They do things because something is missing from their life. Maybe it's a chemical imbalance. Maybe it's, childhood trauma or whatever. But to me, those are people that are definitely not ready to even hear it or heal. There's a lot of people out there who are closer to realizing, making the connection that hurt people, and that they're hurting if they've hurt somebody. If you hurt somebody and you genuinely apologize and you genuinely don't do it again or make a real effort to not do it again, that's one thing. But if it's the same thing over and over again, and if it's happening to you, it's your job to have self-love within yourself to take yourself out of that situation. And it might not feel like it, but it's loving to them. Because eventually it's going to force them to look within. And it might not be you. You might not be that magic person that is like the light bulb for them. Like, my rocky relationship with this person could be because of something within me. And, if you're like me, I talk about spirituality to everyone. So chances are everybody in my life has heard me say, when they're complaining about something, well, what's going on within you? What's going on in your life? I don't want to hear about this other person. What's going on within you? And I try to make a conscious effort, and it could be to my own detriment sometimes. I always put it on me. I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes people will hurt people, and it has nothing to do with you being a vibrational match or, anything to do with you at all. But I always try to find out, why am I attracting this? What's going on within me? Sometimes it's just as simple as you need to have stronger boundaries. Sometimes it's not any lack of self love within you or lack of anything within you. Sometimes it's just you need to have boundaries. You're ready for another lesson in your life. It's all about lessons, it's all about growth. And realizing and trying to remember that hurt people really will help. And I mean, in the heat of the moment, trust me, I know you can forget about it. But remind yourself. Find that second to just be like, you know what? This person's hurting. Doesn't mean you have to have sympathy for them. Doesn't mean that you have to, like, go over and hug them if they're screaming their lungs out. Just, you know what? This isn't about me. I could be attracting it because of something going on in my own head. But for whatever reason, this is going on, and I know within me I didn't do anything to cause it. Now, if you did, own up to it. That's, a definite, and it's an entirely different thing. If you've done something to provoke somebody or to trigger somebody or to hurt somebody, own up to it. And always validate somebody's feelings. Even if you unintentionally hurt somebody, still apologize for it. And genuinely mean it. Don't just do it again. But that's definitely something that you need to remember. That all of us need to remember is that hurt people, and sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. But have your boundaries, do what you need to do, love them, but, we're all on our journeys, and it's all a learning experience. And there's never an excuse for that. And, like I keep saying, you want to have those boundaries and, not allow somebody to make you feel some type of way. But don't figure out why you're attracting it. It might not be your fault, but there might be something like, all right, I'm feeling a little insecure today, or I'm feeling angry today. So I'm attracting that in the people around me. Even if that's like a cashier at the store. I've heard a lot of people say that they had a really snotty cashier, and, just saying, oh, I hope you have a better day, or is it a rough day, or Just something instead of snapping back at them can make all the difference. Not taking it personally can make all the difference. That's a lot harder if it's people that are closer to you and not just a cashier or somebody like that. But, you know, I'm at the risk of repeating myself. Sometimes hurt people will hurt people. And you just have to decide how much of that you want to take. You want to decide how much you love yourself. Do you love yourself enough to set those boundaries, or do you not love yourself enough to allow it to continue the way it is? You know, it's a heavy subject and it's a lot to think about. So I think I've given you more than enough to contemplate and think about today. It's 11 minutes long now. I didn't even know I was going to make this video until after I just made the last one. I'm making last week's and this week's the same night. I might upload this one first. But anyway, now I'm going on and on. Subscribe to this channel if you like this video. Share it with somebody that you think could benefit from it. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.